Welcome back to the Profit Builder Unscripted. If you're looking to give bonuses this year to your team, I encourage you to listen to this video. I think that you're going to get some really great ideas. All right, let's jump in. One of the things I love about this time of year is that there's this opportunity to give gifts. And I don't know about you, but I love giving gifts. And one of the ways that we often, as business owners or managers or leaders, give gifts is at the end of the year, we're giving bonuses to our employees. And for some people, it's just a really sweet, wonderful time where they get to say, hey, it's been a really great year for us, and we really want to share that, and we want our employees to feel that sense of abundance and share in the success that we've experienced. And then sometimes I notice that bonuses can kind of show up like a have to, or an obligation, or from an employee's perspective, something that's just expected, that that's part of their compensation. And one of the things that I've seen really is an important reminder when we begin to give gifts, or there's actually two things, is one is that fundamentally as human beings, one of the things that is very important to all of us, and maybe you can think about this for yourself, is that we want to have a sense of value. We want to be valued. We want to have a sense of contribution and belonging. We want to feel like what we do matters. It really is fundamentally what drives us as human beings, what makes us want to get up out of bed in the morning. And it doesn't matter if, you're the janitor or you're the CEO. At some level, when we have this exchange in our work that we do, whatever it is that we do, and even if you're a homeowner, right, or you're somebody who works from home and takes care of the family, whatever it is that we do to make our mark on the world, we want to feel like it's valued and appreciated. And yet there's this interesting exchange that happens, that when we give bonuses to people at the end of the year, we don't necessarily convey that sense of appreciation and acknowledgement of people in a way that they can feel that sense of value, contribution, belonging, mattering. And one of the practices that I started many years ago was that when I give bonuses, cash or anything else, I always write a hand personal note about what I appreciate and what I value about that person. Now, there's two different ways one can write a thank you note. One way to write a thank you note is to say, hey, great job. Thank you very much. Now, if I sent you that note and I said to you, hey, great job, thank you very much, it really, like, you go, okay, great, that's an acknowledgement. It's something more than just a check in a piece of, in an envelope that says, here's your bonus, right? So that's a step in the right direction. But it's not really grounded based on what I call a grounded assessment. So what's a grounded assessment? So a grounded assessment would sound something more like this. I'm giving somebody a bonus check and I reflect, and let's say it's Steve on my team. And I send Steve a note with his bonus check and go, Steve, thank you so much for being part of our team and for the contribution that you've made in our growth this year. I really appreciate, this is the grounded part. I really appreciate how you go out of your way to make sure that, homeowners are well taken care of at the end of a project, and that, at the end of every day, you check in with them and let them know, make sure that they're okay and that they're well informed. And I got to tell you, it really means something important in terms of the identity that we're creating as an organization. And I really value and appreciate that you take the time and that you're conscientious about doing that. Now, the first note probably would take you 30 seconds to write. The second note, probably 3 minutes maybe to write. And it might seem like it's a little overdone, but I gotta tell you, I mean, even just as you hear that, doesn't it, if you were Steve, wouldn't that resonate differently for you? I have seen how this practice when leaders are giving bonuses and putting handwritten notes has really made a huge difference in terms of how their teams really hold and value that bonus check that they're getting. Even if it's just a card to the grocery store because that's what that company could afford that year and it was enough to pay for Christmas dinner. Or if it's it's just a small check amount that maybe is going to help them pay for gas for a month or something, but they're giving it with a heartfelt note that acknowledges that person for their contribution, their value, and lets them feel seen and heard and like they matter. And and I have to say, my clients do this. I've had this conversation with people for years, and it's been a delight to see how that whole experience of moving from that sense of resentment that people just expect it, or it being just a thing that you do that you feel obligated to do, that not only are the bonuses received in a whole different way by their team and really appreciated because the note that was included in it, but I've also seen how as owners and leaders that they really enjoy the process of giving bonuses so much more. And I've been the happy recipient of some of those notes as some of my clients have sent me, gifts at the end of the year with a handwritten note. And I got to tell you, I really like it means a lot to me. I always so appreciate those notes and those heartfelt sentiments about that sense of contribution that I got to make to another human being. So there's a video I'm going to share a link to here at the end, down in the notes, the show notes here for the podcast, and if you're watching the video down below and in the notes as well, about different types of bonuses that you can do. It's a blog that I did a few years back that actually gives you some ideas if you're looking for creative ideas of how to do bonuses besides maybe just a check. But this piece, whatever it is that you do in terms of when you give the gift with a note that expresses your appreciation in a grounded way, that you make an assessment in a grounded way that specifically speaks to what's an example of something specific that I appreciate about that person. You may just find that it transforms yours and your team's experience of yours in giving and theirs in getting bonuses. And yeah, it's been so fun to watch what a sweet difference it's made for the people that I work with as I've watched them engage with their team and give those bonuses. And one other thing I want to offer is that another gift that you certainly are welcome to give your team this year as a bonus would be my book, The Profit Bleed: How Managing Margin Could Save Your Contracting Business. It might be a great way especially for your more senior people, if you have project managers or estimators or salespeople or your finance person, is to share the book with them as a gift at the end of this year, because it might be the foundation for setting whatever their next growing edge is in the following year. I have some clients who actually, every time someone is hired, no matter what their position is, they ask them to read the book before, within the first month of working there, so that everybody's kind of on the same page about what are we up to and what are the what are the criteria for success in running our business. Anyway, so just a thought, wanted to put it out there. You are certainly welcome to get the first book for just paying shipping and handling. All you have to do is go to theprofitbleed.com/free, and you can get the first one free. Other ones, I just ask that you can get them on Amazon, or if you want to do a bulk order through me, just let me know. Thank you. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for allowing me to spend this little time with you that I do in these podcasts. I love working with this industry. I love working with contractors. I love being able to support people in having their dreams come true and fulfill the vision that they had for growing their business. And I love being able to support you in this way. So thank you for trusting me. Thank you for being on the journey with me. And nice job in being willing to lean into your own growth and learning, even by just listening to these podcasts or videos. Not everybody is willing. We sometimes say that we want to do things, but then there's the taking the action. So I just want to acknowledge you for taking the action, listening to these videos, and continuing to work on your own growth as a leader and a business owner. All right. Thank you again for being here. Have a wonderful holiday, and I'll see you next time on the Profit Builder Unscripted.